We're diving deep into the 2017 D Lincoln penny, why collectors are paying up to $795,000 for a single coin, and how you can check if you're sitting on a jackpot. Not all pennies are created equal. In 2017, the Denver Mint struck billions of these Lincoln cents. But hidden among them were a few, very special coins. A rare minting error, one that could mean a massive payday for you. But before we reveal the exact details of what to look for, let's answer the big question: why are error coins like this worth so much? The power of coin collectors and demand: rare coins aren't just shiny trinkets, they're high-stakes investments. And collectors? They're willing to pay ridiculous amounts for the right coin. Imagine going to an auction expecting to buy a new car, and leaving with a penny instead, except that penny is worth way more than the car. In recent years, high-grade 2017 D Lincoln pennies with certain errors have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars. So what exactly makes these coins worth more than others? It all comes down to the minting error, the secret error that could make you rich. Here's what you need to check on your pennies: look for a double die obverse, DDO. This means the design appears slightly doubled, especially around the letters and Lincoln's profile. That tiny doubling effect can mean a huge payday. And don't forget to check for any misaligned dies, off-center strikes, or bold doubling on the date. Even the smallest details can make the difference between a 1-cent coin and a life-changing fortune. I see some of you already reaching for your penny jars, but hang on, there's more. As of today, a pristine, error-laden 2017 D penny was valued at $795,000. And the demand? It's still growing. That means collectors are actively hunting for these coins right now. If you have one, you might be sitting on a massive payday. So, what do you do if you find one? First, don't clean it. That could ruin its value. Instead, send it to a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. Once graded, you can auction it through reputable platforms like Heritage Auctions, eBay, or a private collectors network. The time to check is now. Let me ask you, how many pennies have you ignored today? Could one of them be worth $795,000? The only way to know is to check. Grab your pennies, inspect them closely, and if you spot a doubling error, get it authenticated immediately. Your $1 million penny could be closer than you think. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more rare coin discoveries. And before you go, check out our next video on another hidden coin worth over $1 million. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning and realizing that a tiny, forgotten penny in your drawer could be worth nearly $800,000. Yes, you heard that right. A single 2060 Lincoln penny has sold for an astonishing $795,000 at auction. Now, before you rush to check your coin jar, stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what makes this penny so rare, how to identify if you have one, and most importantly, how you can turn your old coins into a life-changing fortune. But here's the catch: there's a very specific detail that makes this coin worth nearly $1 million, and most people never even notice it. Stick around till the end, because you do not want to miss this. Somewhere, right now, a dusty old jar of pennies is sitting in someone's attic, completely forgotten. Maybe it's in your home. Maybe it's in your car's cup holder. And inside that jar, could be the 2060 penny that will change your life. But here's the real question: how do you know if you have the rare one? Let's break it down. The 2060 penny was minted in Denver, but only a handful of them had a critical minting error that makes them extremely valuable. Humorous comment: think of it like a golden ticket, but instead of Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, you're winning a six-figure payday. It has a dramatic doubling on the obverse side, especially on Lincoln's eye and the date. This is what collectors call a double die obverse. If you look closely, the numbers in the date and the word Liberty appear slightly blurred or stacked. This is not damage, this is a rare minting mistake. And they send collectors into a bidding frenzy. A similar 2060 penny, with this exact error, sold for a record-breaking $795,000. This isn't even the only valuable penny hiding in plain sight. There's another rare error that could make your coin worth even more. Keep watching. Now, if you're wondering, what if I have one? Here's exactly what you need to do next. Check your coins, grab your old pennies and look for a 2006 D mint mark under the date. Inspect closely, use a magnifying glass or a coin microscope to check for doubling, especially on Lincoln's eye and the letters. Get it verified. If you think you have one, don't spend it. Take it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC to authenticate it. Sell it for top dollar. Once verified, you can sell your rare penny at an auction, through eBay, or to a high-end collector. And if you play your cards right, you could be looking at a life-changing payday. Light-hearted humor, so before you toss that penny in a tip jar, maybe take a second look. Because that 1 cent could be the start of your millionaire journey. Just imagine what you'd do with an extra $795,000. A dream house? A luxury vacation? Retire early? It's all possible, if you're willing to take a closer look at your spare change. And if you want to know about more hidden gems in your pocket change, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, because next, I'm revealing another rare penny that's even more valuable. Could you be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to identify, value, and cash in on rare pennies that could transform your life. Collectors are snapping these up fast, and if you hesitate, you might lose your chance forever. Now, let's dive in. The discovery, why this penny is a game changer. Let's take a trip back to 1994, a year when gas was just over $1, the internet was in its infancy, and Forrest Gump was dominating the box office. Somewhere in the US Mint that year, a small but critical error happened. A batch of Lincoln pennies was struck without a mint mark, a rare mistake that went unnoticed for years. Most of these pennies disappeared into circulation, mixed in with everyday change, quietly waiting to be discovered. Fast forward to today, and collectors have realized the true rarity of this mistake. One of these elusive coins has recently been valued at $795,000, and others are fetching hundreds of thousands. And if I do, how do I sell it for top dollar? Great questions. Let's break it down. Now, let's talk about spotting the golden, or should I say copper, ticket. Flip the penny over and look just below the date. If there's no D or S mint mark under 1994, you might have a rare one. Scratches and damage can lower the value, but if it's in near perfect condition, you could be looking at a life-changing amount of money. Don't just take your penny to the local pawn shop. A professional coin grading service can verify if it's the real deal. Hey, before you start flipping over every penny in your house, let me warn you, there's one big mistake that could cost you thousands. A lot of people make the huge mistake of selling their coin too quickly. Some dealers will lowball you, offering a few $100 for a coin worth hundreds of thousands. Imagine selling a house for the price of a used car. Same mistake, but don't worry. In just a moment, I'll tell you exactly how to sell your rare penny for the maximum price. The payoff, how to sell your penny for the most money. Now, let's talk about turning your discovery into serious cash. Verify your coin's value. Go to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. If they confirm your penny is legit, that's when things get exciting. Avoid selling too fast. The market for rare coins is growing. Some coins that were worth $50,000 last year are selling for over $500,000 today. That's why patience pays off. Collectors will often pay more than dealers. Why? Because they're emotionally attached and willing to bid higher, and that's exactly why this is urgent. Rare coins are disappearing into private collections, and once they're gone forever. So, here's the million-dollar question. Do you have one of these rare pennies sitting in your home? Check your piggy banks, old coin jars, and even that pile of spare change in your car. If you find one, don't rush to sell it cheaply. Do your research, verify its authenticity, and position yourself for the biggest payday possible. And if you want more insider tips on rare coins that could make you a millionaire, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Might just reveal another coin even more valuable than this one. What if I told you that a simple penny, yes, a 1-cent coin, could be your ticket to a life of luxury, a penny so rare, so valuable, that collectors are willing to pay up to $795,000 for it right now? And the craziest part, you might have one sitting in your home, without even realizing it. I mean, imagine going to a gas station, paying with a penny, and later realizing you just tipped the cashier a small fortune. Ouch. So before you go spending your pennies like spare change, let's uncover the shocking truth about the 1952 Lincoln penny, what makes it so insanely valuable, and how you can cash in on this goldmine before it's too late. Because believe me, the market is heating up fast, and collectors are on the hunt. First, let's talk about why this penny is worth more than some luxury cars, or even an entire house. The 1952 Lincoln penny was minted in San Francisco, but not all of them were created equal. Some have a small but rare defect, a tiny minting error that turns an ordinary penny into a priceless collector's item. Now, before you roll your eyes and say, "Oh great, another penny hype story," let me ask you this: would you ignore a winning lottery ticket just because it looks like a regular piece of paper? Exactly. So here's what you need to look for. The rarest version of this coin has a unique mint mark error. The S mint mark could appear slightly double-stamped or misaligned. This is called a double die error. If you spot this on your penny, congratulations. You might be sitting on a 6-figure fortune. But here's where it gets really crazy. The last time one of these rare 1952 pennies was auctioned, it went for nearly $800,000. And guess what? The next big auction is right around the corner, and prices could skyrocket. But let me be clear, most people miss out because they either don't check their coins, or they sell them to the wrong buyer for way less than they're worth. And that's a $795,000 mistake you don't want to make. Because let's be real, if I found a nearly $1 million penny, you wouldn't see me flipping it for a burger and fries. Nope, I'd be on the next flight to a beach in the Maldives. So here's exactly what you need to do if you think you have this penny. Check your old penny collection, especially those from 1952 with an S mint mark. Examine it closely for doubling or any minting errors. A jeweler's loupe or magnifying glass helps. Get it authenticated by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Find the right auction or buyer, because serious collectors will pay top dollar for a rare find. Now, here's the $1 million question. Could you be the next lucky person to cash in big on this rare penny? Imagine holding a tiny coin in your hand, knowing it could change your entire future. That's the power of knowledge and taking action at the right time. And remember, rare coins like this don't stay hidden forever. If you don't check your collection, someone else might, and they'll be the ones walking away with the fortune instead of you. So, before you do anything else, hit that like button if you found this valuable, subscribe for more rare coin secrets, and drop a comment below if you've ever found an unusual penny in your change. Who knows? You could be sitting on a small fortune. What if I told you that the humble penny in your pocket could be worth nearly $1 million? Sounds crazy, right? But here's the shocking truth. There's a rare 1988 Lincoln penny that has sold for up to $795,000 at auction. And here's the best part, there might be more out there just waiting to be discovered. So, before you spend that penny on gum, you might want to check it first, because that could be the most expensive gum you'll ever chew. But what makes this tiny copper coin so valuable? And more importantly, do you have one hiding in your house? Stick around, because in the next few minutes, I'll reveal the secrets behind this $1 million penny, how to spot one, and exactly what you need to do if you find it. Alright, let's break this down. Not every 1988 penny is worth a fortune, so what makes this one so valuable? The answer lies in a tiny but critical mistake made by the US Mint. Magnifying glass tilted left the minting error that made millionaires. In 1988, the Denver Mint accidentally used the wrong reverse die, the back side of the penny. Instead of using the correct 1988 design, some pennies were struck using the 1989 reverse, before 1989 even began. This error created an ultra-rare variety known as the 1988 D transitional reverse Lincoln penny. And here's where things get wild: less than a handful of these pennies have ever been found. That means yours could be next, if you know what to look for. So how do you know if you have one of these rare pennies? Here's the step-by-step guide. Don't blink, because missing this could cost you a fortune. Check the year and mint mark. It must be a 1988 penny with a small D mint mark below the date. Here's where the magic happens. Grab a magnifying glass and inspect the lettering, specifically the FG initials near the Lincoln Memorial. If they match the 1989 style instead of the 1988, congratulations, you've just hit the jackpot. As of today, a confirmed 1988 D transitional penny can fetch between $10,000 and $795,000, depending on its condition. Some lucky finds have sold for more than a luxury sports car. So, what should you do if you find one? First, don't spend it. Second, get it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. And finally, connect with top collectors or auction houses to secure the highest bid. Imagine waking up tomorrow, knowing that the spare change in your drawer just made you a millionaire. This isn't just a dream, it's happened before, and it can happen to you. But here's the thing, this isn't the only rare penny out there. There are more coins worth thousands, even millions, just waiting to be found. Want to know the top 5 most valuable pennies in circulation today? Click on the next video to find out. Before you go, let me know in the comments, what's the rarest coin you've ever found? And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on another life-changing discovery. Imagine finding a penny so rare, so valuable, that it could change your life forever. A single 2001 Lincoln penny, yes, the same kind you've probably tossed in a jar, recently sold for an astonishing $795,000. And here's the kicker, there might be another one out there, hiding in your pocket right now. Now, before you start flipping over every penny in your couch cushions like a treasure hunter on caffeine, stick with me. Because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, and how to cash in if you hit the jackpot. But here's the scary part, most people who've owned this coin had no idea how much it was worth. Some accidentally spent it. Others left it in a dusty drawer, completely unaware that they were sitting on a potential fortune. And if you're thinking, oh, that could never happen to me, wait until you hear about the jaw-dropping mistakes collectors have made, costing them hundreds of thousands of dollars. Let's rewind to the year 2001. A time of flip phones, dial-up internet, and, apparently, one of the most valuable pennies ever minted. But what makes this specific penny so rare? And how can you tell if you have one? First, this isn't just any Lincoln penny. This coin is missing something crucial, the mint mark. That little letter under the date? It's supposed to indicate where the coin was made. But this particular penny has no mint mark at all, making it an incredibly rare error. When's the last time you actually looked at your pennies? Be honest, did you even know they could be worth more than 1 cent? Let me know in the comments. Now, here's the truly terrifying part, some people have spent this coin without realizing its worth. Imagine accidentally using a nearly $800,000 penny to buy a pack of gum. Wouldn't that keep you up at night? And here's why you need to act fast. The demand for rare error coins is skyrocketing. Just last year, collectors went wild at an auction, pushing the price of this exact penny to $795,000. Experts predict values could go even higher as more collectors enter the market. But how do you sell a rare penny like this? Who's buying? And most importantly, how do you avoid getting scammed? Stay with me, because up next, I'll show you exactly where to go and how to cash in the right way. Alright, time for the million-dollar question, do you have this rare penny? Here's how to check. Grab a magnifying glass or zoom in with your phone. Look at the year, 2001. Check under the date. If there's no mint mark, you might be sitting on a small fortune. If you find one, don't just run to your local bank. Instead, contact a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They authenticate rare coins and give you an official grade, which can increase its value even more. But beware, the internet is full of buyers offering quick cash. Many of them lowball unsuspecting sellers, or worse, sell fakes. Only deal with verified collectors, reputable auction houses, or online platforms like heritage auctions. Now, imagine this. You check your old coin collection, find this rare penny, and within weeks, you're walking away with hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's life-changing money. A dream vacation. A new home. Financial security for you and your family. Or, you could leave those old pennies gathering dust in a jar, never knowing if you had a fortune hiding in plain sight. The choice is yours. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your pennies right now. And if you find something interesting, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your story. Oh, and before you go, there's another rare penny, even more valuable than this one. Click on this next video to find out what it is. Hit that subscribe button if you love rare coins and hidden treasures. Who knows? Your next penny might just make you a millionaire. What if I told you that a single penny in your pocket could be worth nearly $800,000? That's right, one tiny, unassuming 1988 Lincoln penny could change your life forever. But here's the scary part, most people throw it away without ever realizing its true value, and before you say, come on, it's just a penny. Remember, people once laughed at Bitcoin when it was a few cents. Now, look where that went, but here's the real question. Do you have one of these ultra-rare pennies sitting right under your nose? And how do you spot one before it's too late? Stay with me until the end, because I'm about to reveal the exact details that separate a life-changing fortune from just another coin in your jar. Alright, let's talk about what makes the 1988 no-mint mark Lincoln cent so incredibly valuable. Most 1988 pennies have a tiny letter below the date, either a D for Denver or S for San Francisco. But the rare error coin? It has no mint mark at all. Now, you might be wondering, okay, no mint mark, but why does that make it worth nearly $800,000? Here's the shocking part, the 1988 no mint mark Lincoln penny wasn't supposed to exist. It was an accident, a rare minting error that somehow made its way into circulation. What happened? The US Mint mistakenly used a 1989 obverse die on a 1988 penny, which means these rare pennies have a subtle but major design difference. Think of it like buying a Rolex and later realizing it has the wrong logo. Wouldn't you be shocked? Now, let's get into the million-dollar details you need to check on your pennies, because this part is crucial. Alright, this is where it gets real. Grab your magnifying glass or zoom in with your phone, because if you spot these details, you could be looking at a $795,000 payday. Look at the bottom of the penny. If there's no mint mark under the year 1988, you might be in luck. Check the lettering on Liberty and, in God we trust, it should match the 1989 font, not 1988. Examine the FG initials, for Frank Gasparo, near the Lincoln Memorial. The rare error coin has a 1989 style, FG, instead of the standard 1988 design. Now, if you found a match, congratulations, your life is about to change, and if you just dumped out your whole penny jar onto the table, don't worry, you're not alone. But here's the thing, time is running out, collectors are scrambling to get their hands on these rare pennies, and the market value is skyrocketing. Right now, the highest auction price stands at $795,000, but who knows how high it could go next. So, if you think you might have one of these rare coins, don't wait. Get it authenticated. Get it graded. And get paid. And if you want to know about more hidden treasures sitting in your pocket, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon, because trust me, this is just the beginning of your journey to a wealthier life. Now go check your pennies, your fortune is waiting. Close-up images of the rare penny, comparison with regular pennies, zoom in on FG initials, cash register dings, suspenseful beats during cliffhangers, celebratory sounds at big reveals. Would you believe me if I told you that a simple penny, one you might have tossed in a jar, dropped between your couch cushions, or even spent on a piece of gum, could be worth nearly $1 million? And no, you don't need to dig through your pockets like a pirate on a treasure hunt, but you might want to check that old coin jar before your next Starbucks run. Because today, I'm about to reveal why the 2014 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, yes, a coin from just a decade ago, is causing a frenzy in the coin-collecting world, and how one single mistake made by the US Mint has transformed this ordinary-looking penny into a treasure worth up to $795,000. Now, before you run to your piggy bank, let's break down what makes this particular penny so valuable, because not every 2014 penny is going to turn you into a millionaire. Here's what happened. In 2014, a small batch of Lincoln pennies was mistakenly struck on the wrong type of planchet, a special material typically reserved for higher value coins. This resulted in pennies with a unique metallic sheen and a slightly different weight than normal. In other words, if you're holding one of these and don't realize it, you could accidentally spend a nearly $1 million fortune on a candy bar. Now that would be a real horror story. Fast forward to today, collectors and auction houses have verified the authenticity of these rare pennies, and one recently sold for an astounding $795,000 at auction. That's nearly $1 million for a single penny, more than what most people make in a decade. But here's where things get even crazier. This isn't the only valuable modern penny out there. In fact, there's another one from recent years that's worth even more. Stick with me, because in a moment, I'll reveal another shocking discovery you absolutely need to know. So now, the question is: could you be holding a fortune without even realizing it? Because if you have a 2014 penny, it's time to act fast. Here's what you need to do right now to see if you own this valuable coin. Look for 2014 on your Lincoln penny. If there's no letter under the date, no D or S, you might be onto something. That a normal penny weighs 2.5 grams. If yours is slightly off, you could have the rare error penny. Take your coin to a trusted numismatic expert or auction house, because you don't want to accidentally sell a $795,000 penny for a few bucks. And remember, the market for rare coins is constantly changing. What's worth $795,000 today could skyrocket in value tomorrow, or disappear as collectors snatch them up. So if you find one, act immediately before it's too late. But wait, remember how I mentioned there's another modern penny that could be worth even more? In my next video, I'm revealing the rarest Lincoln penny of all time, one that's rumored to be worth over $1 million. Click the link now, and let's see if you're holding that fortune in your hands. Clapperboard call to action, encouragement and engagement. Before you start your treasure hunt, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss my next big reveal. Who knows? Your next penny could be the key to your new luxury lifestyle. Because wealth isn't just found in stocks, real estate, or business. Sometimes, it's sitting in your pocket, just waiting to be discovered. Now go check your pennies. Look for a small D on the front of the penny, right below the date 2020. This tells you it was made at the Denver Mint, the only place these rare errors were found. Use a magnifying glass or even your phone's camera and zoom in. What you're looking for is a doubling effect on Lincoln's face, the words, Liberty, or the year itself. This doubling happens when the die shifts slightly during the minting process. The better the condition, the more valuable the coin. If you have a shiny, uncirculated penny with this error, you're looking at serious money. Now, before you start flipping over your couch cushions and digging through your car's cup holder, don't get too excited just yet, because there's one critical mistake that could ruin everything, and if you're not careful, you might accidentally destroy a penny worth nearly $1 million. So, you've checked your pennies, and you think you found the one. Police car light do not clean or polish the coin many people make. The costly mistake of trying to make their coin look better. But coin collectors actually value imperfections and natural toning. Cleaning it could cut its value in half, or worse, make it worthless. Get it authenticated, send it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. These experts will certify its authenticity and grade it, determining whether it's worth $10 or $1,000,000. Once graded, you can sell it through major auction houses or high-end collectors who are willing to pay a premium. But here's the catch. These rare pennies are being discovered fast. The more people who find them, the less valuable they become. If you wait too long, the price could drop drastically.